Welcome to West Country Wanderings and welcome back to Cornwall. I'm down in Cornwall for a couple of days between the Christmas, New Year period. That strange time of the year when you're not sure what day of the week it is. We finished the Christmas, we haven't yet got to the New Year, so I'm filming that here. Just come down here for a day or two to be with the family here. I'm at a fantastic place called Lelant Saltings. This is the River Hayle estuary. It's really famed for its bird life. On the opposite side of the estuary here is an RSPB reserve, which is where all the birders are currently. If you drive past the road, you can see them there, all their tripods and very, very long lenses. I can just attest to that. This is the St.Ives branchline, which goes from the station to St. Erth, and I'm currently on a platform called Lelant Saltings. Now, this was the main park and ride station for St.Ives. All of the tourists would park their cars here, come onto this platform. It's a long platform. The other thing about this platform, it was originally sited at Perranporth when the line closed between Newquay and Redruth back in the 1960s. They kept the platform. The platform was there and they moved it when this station opened in 1978. Now this station is currently surplus to requirements. It has what's known as a parliamentary service or a ghost train. Just one train a day. I think it's the 0752. I'll check on that and I'll put that in the bottom, and one train going in the opposite direction. The reason for that is very difficult legally to close a station, and rather than actually going through a proper closing process, they've actually decided to keep a train running here on this platform. So what holidaymakers do now is they now park at St. Erth, which is the main junction station, and they've extended the car park there, which is now the main park and ride for this St. Ives branch line. What we're going to do today is we're going to go on, we're going to have a look at another station called Lelant, which is less than a mile down the track, down that way. And now that has a much more frequent service, has a beautiful church, a golf course and a stunning beach. So why not join me here on West Country Wanderings. So I'm now at the smaller Lelant station, which is about a mile further on. There is a road that joins Lelant Saltings to Lelant, and it's called the Saltings, you won't be surprised to know, and it's actually full of fantastic, really, really big properties, which is excellent, and really, really good to walk across there. But actually what we're going to do is, I say we because I'm with my daughter today. She's a keen photographer as well. She's taking lots of photographs as I'm doing pieces to camera here. We're going to walk up to the church, which is called St. Uni. It's in a magnificent golf course. It's actually Cornwall's oldest golf course, and it's set high above the Hayle estuary, and you've got views right out across the Atlantic Ocean, looking at those waves coming in across there, landing on the beach, 3 mile long beach. Sadly, the station building here was sold many years ago, I think in the 1960s probably. There's now a private residence, a very magnificent private residence with wonderful gardens, but obviously to protect the owner's privacy, I can't actually film that for you. But yeah, it was a brilliant building, and it's obviously been adapted and extended. And of course, you've got this fantastic view out across the estuary here. It just, you wouldn't believe I'm standing on a station platform here. This is nothing like Paddington, but there it is, there's the platform. So you can see the yellow warning line there, just to prove that I am on a railway platform, because you probably think I'm actually standing on the edge of the river, but no, this is a railway platform here in Cornwall. It's just a fantastic spot. You've just got the sound of the birds around you. Nothing else, there's no traffic here because the main road into Hayle is on the opposite side of the estuary, so it is pretty quiet. You just got the sound of the birds, and I'll just leave you with those sounds now. Now sadly my plans have been a bit thwarted. We went back to the car for a coffee, and while we're having our coffee the heavens absolutely opened up. Really heavy rain. It eased off a bit, so we set off on foot following the road that goes round there towards the Hayle estuary, and then the rain came down heavy again, so we never actually got onto the beach. And not only the fact that it's wet, of course because of the heavy rain you haven't got the views which I was hoping to show you. So sadly I'm afraid I'm going to have to close the video much earlier than I had anticipated, because I was wanting to show you St. Ives Church and the golf course and the beautiful Fourth Kidney Sands, but we're going to have to leave that one for another day I'm afraid. But we will go back here in Cornwall again. But I'm just going to finish off with showing you the tide is actually going out from when I first arrived. I can just show you the beautiful coloured sands here out in the estuary. On the opposite side of the road, so road is a very quiet road, we have this delight. Yes, it's Anne's Wood. And I'll tell you why it's called Anne's Wood. Why not join me? Yes, this was donated to the Woodland Trust. Sorry, I'm going to have to stop a second because this is... Yeah, though it's not raining at the moment, there are drips coming off the trees and just landed on the surface of the lens there. I do apologise for that. Hopefully it's a bit clearer now. It's just come into this wood. This belongs to the Woodland Trust, and it was donated to the Woodland Trust by one Anne Virginia Rostock, who lived in Lelant, here in Lelant. I'm not sure where she lived, but she donated it to the Woodland Trust. If you're not familiar with the Woodland Trust, it's similar to the National Trust. You can become an annual member, and they own lots of different woodlands. Often they're quite small woodlands. They're not like the huge woodlands that we walked through when I was doing the Cotswold Way, and even obviously some of them are actually quite smaller than my wood, you know, the one I go back and visit each season, which I'll be doing again in a couple of months. They can be quite compact, but they give an opportunity for people if they live locally. So if you lived here in Lelant, or you could just get off the train here at Lelant, if you're making your way to St.Ives, break the journey up, come into this lovely little woodland here. A little bit of a nice green oasis. Got some great ferns here, lots of ivy, and I think in the springtime this woodland would be an absolute delight for the senses in terms of the colour. Obviously in very late December after Christmas, not so. It's a bit muddy, and there isn't much to see in terms of flowers. But despite that, it is still pleasant. And like I said about the phytosins, which is the chemical that trees give off, it's still good for the senses to come into woodlands just to experience that, and you get that sense of the chemical. You get an uplift. Your body will benefit from the chemicals that trees give off. As I say, it does help your immune system, and that's obviously with our pandemic times. Anyway, I'm going to have to stop filming because the rain's coming in again. See you in a bit. Well, from a very wet and soggy Cornwall, that's it for today on West Country Wanderings. I do apologise that it was a bit shorter this video than I had originally planned, but that's the way sometimes it goes as a YouTube creator. Sometimes it just doesn't always work out, even though the forecast said it was going to be dry this afternoon. It's a lot wetter and it's coming again, so I'm just standing under the porch on the platform canopy here, so I do apologise for splashes on the lens and the photography not being as perhaps as good as it normally is, but hopefully you can join me again next time here on West Country Wanderings. Until the next time, look after yourselves, take care, all the best, hope to see you soon. If you would like to consider a like, subscribe, a share, comment, the usual stuff, you know it all by now. I really appreciate it. Until next time, take care, cheers now, goodbye.